I never let you see. I keep it caged, but I can't control it. So stay away from me, the beast is ugly. I feel the rage and I just can't hold it. It's scratching on the walls, in the closet, in the halls. It comes awake and I can't control it. Hiding under the bed, in my body, in my head. Why won't somebody come and save me?
Welcome back to another edition of the Post and Cocky Preview Show. As always, I'm your host, Jeremy Sullivan, alongside lead analyst Ryan Mays. Last week, the Gamecocks opened up the season against Vanderbilt, who looked to be well prepared for this game.
Yeah, the Gamecocks ran into a Vanderbilt team that was ready to go on Thursday night. As we said last week, Coach Spurrier could have his best team ever this season, but Vanderbilt was ready for the challenge. Here in the first quarter, off of the South Carolina turnover, Jordan Rogers gives it right back. Shaq Wilson picks it off on 3rd and goal and brings it all the way back to midfield. This sets up Carolina's first score as Marcus Lattimore redeems himself after fumbling on his first carry of the season and breaks this one for 29 yards and a touchdown, putting USC up 7-0. Here in the second, Vanderbilt punches back. After a Carolina field goal, Rogers finds Jordan Matthews, who will take this one 78 yards all the way for a Vanderbilt touchdown, making this a 10-7 ball game. Now late in the first half, after a Commodore field goal, it's a scary play for the Gamecocks. Connor Shaw gets hit on his shoulder and has to leave the game. Good news though, he would return. Here in the fourth, with Vanderbilt leading 13-10, Shaw makes a gutsy run inside the 1-yard line, playing through the pain. That would lead to Lattimore's second score of the game here, putting South Carolina back on top 17-13. As you can see, Shaw can barely move his right arm. Last chance for Vanderbilt, Rogers lost one down the right sideline for Matthews, but it's incomplete as DJ Swearinger appeared to interfere, but there was no flag thrown. South Carolina is able to hang on for the 17-13 thrilling win to start the season 1-0. Steve Spurrier talked after the game about Shaw's ability to lead the Gamecocks to this important win.
Connor Shaw, you mentioned him and his gutsy performance. Was there a point tonight where you saw some leadership that you hadn't seen before on this team?
Well, he's always had that. He got sort of a bruise on his shoulder bone. It wasn't anything out or anything, but it just hurt every time he got hit on it. So hopefully he'll be all right next week.
It'll be interesting to see how Shaw's arm progresses over the next couple of days. Now after that close call against Vanderbilt, the Gamecocks will welcome ECU to town, who gave them a little bit of trouble last year in Charlotte.
Yeah, the Pirates opened up their season last week against Appalachian State and were able to pull away late in the game for a 35-13 victory. ECU features a new face under center this year, replacing Dominique Davis as Rio Johnson, who threw for 242 yards and 2 touchdowns last week and also tallied a rushing touchdown. The Pirates are a pass-heavy team as they threw 43 times last week in their win. The troubling stat for ECU last week was that their defense allowed over 400 yards of offense to App State, including 300 yards through the air. The special teams unit for the Pirates is solid. Kick return specialist Lance Ray took a kickoff 90 yards for a touchdown, and Justin Hardy added a 43-yard punt return last week. If ECU is going to have a chance to win this ball game, they need the special teams unit to work with the defense to set up good field position for the offense.
Now South Carolina is a heavy favorite in this game, but it's not a game they should take lightly. With Connor Shaw questionable after a shaky offensive performance at Vanderbilt, what do you see as the key matchup this week?
Well, I think Shaw's injury is definitely going to play a role in the outcome of this game, but I see the key matchup being ECU's passing game against Carolina's secondary. Last week, the Pirates threw the ball over 40 times and had some success against App State, but not as much as they should have. On the other hand, South Carolina's defense played solid for the most part, but did show some vulnerability in the secondary, including Rogers' 78-yard touchdown. The Gamecocks need to hone in on the ECU passing attack to shut them down early in this game.
It'll be interesting to see how the secondary stacks up against ECU's game plan. Now with 1 week behind them and both teams sitting at 1-0, who do you like moving to 2-0 this Saturday?
Well, a lot is going to depend upon Shaw's shoulder injury and how he progresses this week, but I think if he's ready to go on Saturday, the Gamecocks should have no trouble with ECU, and I like him winning this game 31-14.
That'll close us out for this week's show. We'd like to hear your predictions as well, so leave your predictions either on Facebook or Twitter before noon kickoff on Saturday. Also check out our new website at thepostandcocky.com. And we'll see you next week as we preview South Carolina's game against UAB.